life of Paramashiva you can exist embodying the space of Paramashiva, state space of Paramashiva and manifest powers of Paramashiva. Tapo Loka is above the Jano Loka. The great yogi Sanantana, Ribu, Sanat Kumara, Sanaka, who are the great ascetics, are living there. Its height is 12 crores of yojanas. Above this is the Satya Loka, abode of the Brahma, whose cognitive mind is centered only on Satya and who has attained the lordship over the Kalpa. Because of such powerful cognition, it's abounding in all kinds of the wealth and awe-inspiring objects and enjoyments. Its height is 16 crore of yojanas. Savitri, the Vedas and the Upavedas are there. Assuming their relevant forms above the Satya Loka, there is abode of Vishnu, Paramapada, who subdued Madhu. Discovering the principle on which all the universes function, all the dimensions and planes, 11 dimension, 14 plane, actually 3 planes fall in one dimension itself. One plane does not fall into any of the dimensions. 14 planes, 11 dimensions. All of them function on one principle. For example, if you are habituated for New York lifestyle and enter into old Varanasi, you will have a big cultural shock. If you are habituated to old Varanasi and enter into London, you will have a big cultural shock. Listen carefully. The American dollar may be useful in America. Indian dollar may be, Indian currency, rupees may be useful in India. Malaysian ringgits may be useful in Malaysia. But gold is a universal currency. The whole planet Earth, anywhere, the gold can be used as a currency. Same way, there is certain culture, mental setup, software useful in New York. There is certain mental setup, culture, lifestyle useful in Bangalore. There is certain culture, mental setup useful in Varanasi. There is certain culture, mental setup useful in Germany. If you move to a different place, you will have a cultural shock. But there is one culture, one principle common to the whole 14 planes and 11 dimensions, the whole Brahmanda. If you develop this one principle in you, you have a cosmic currency. You will not have shock in any of these planes. Any transition into any plane, whether you go to Pitruloka, Bhuloka, Bhuvaloka, Tapaloka, Tapuloka, it's called Satya Loka, Brahmaloka, Vaikunta, Kailasa, Goloka, Patala,
It is like you have cosmic currency. That principle is oneness. Your breathing becoming intense, especially through certain activities, opens up those dimensions, those planes, and your brain awakens the ability to have access to those dimensions. Listen. Now, you are intensely listening to this truth, and even if it is going above your head, you are trying to let me. Then your breathing actually gets into certain subtle flow, which is intense. Subtle don't think means shallow. No. In subtle breathing also it gets intense. During the puja, that subtle intensity happens. During the kirtan, raw intensity. During the yoga, a programmed intensity. Understand? Regulated intensity is yoga. Raw intensity is karana, kirtan. A subtle intensity is while during puja or during the satsang. Now, your breathing is getting subtle. It will go and hit a component in your brain which will open your ability to access Satya Loka. Listen. Each of the activity and the prana intensified through that activity opens up a component or a part of your brain construct which gives you access to the different dimensions of life. Your brain is constructed for this multi-dimensional access. Understand? Ability to access multi-dimensions of the universe is your nature. It is there with you. Just the breathing need to be intensified through different methodology to open up those dimensions so you can have access. When there is a heavy truth is told, still you have not completely cognized, but that does not mean you are not able to cognize. It is like a digestion is going on. It is like digestion is going on. It is there on your head like a funnel. It is going inside and you are. During that time, certain intense subtle breathing gets developed that gives you access to Satya Loka. I want you to know the strength of the life in you is strength of your breathing. When the breathing becomes intense, your brain's capacity to cognize all the other planes opens up. It is like cracking the code, cracking the passcode.
Listen, if you are experiencing oneness, it is Maharloka. If you are experiencing oneness during the multiple expression, even though there are many people, But you know you are in all of them. That is Jana Loka. Even if you listen to these powerful cognitions, you will be irreversibly empowered. Tapa Loka is that last struggle you go through. Sometimes you know you are Paramashiva, sometimes you just slip off, but again you say, I am Paramashiva. That space is the Tapoloka. An absolute surrender. Whether I am remembering, I am manifesting Paramashivatva, or I am deluded, I surrender both to Paramashiva. When you take that decision, you are lifted to Brahmaloka. You move to the Brahmaloka. The deep surrender lifts you to Brahmaloka. So understand? Then from there you move to Parandama, Vaikunta, and Kailasa, then Mahakailasa itself. If I raise to Brahmaloka, is it possible to fall back again to Bhuloka or Bhatalaloka? Don't worry. Even if you raise up to Swargaloka, very rarely people fall back. Otherwise, usually 99.999% of the people only go higher and higher and higher. Exemption, rare stories only this falling back. Like sometimes rarely you hear some fellow raped his own mother. It's like a rare exemption. Like that, some rare people fall down from Swargaloka to Bhuloka. Otherwise, 99%, 99.99% they just go only higher and higher and higher. Gayatri mantra raises you up to Swargaloka. All Purusha, Prakriti, everything you know ends in Brahmaloka. Above Brahmaloka, nothing you even imagine about it. Nothing you can even imagine. You can only experience. Till Brahmaloka only, or your imagination projections can even measure. Yes, listen. Are you all ready? Shall we enter into the Brahmanyana session? The Satya Loka, pure intelligence session. Oh God. Till now what was going on was only introduction. Now only we are entering into the subject. Come on. See. What is Brahmanyana? Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi Ayam Anma Brahma Sarvangalvidam Brahma Prajnanam Brahma. Listen, I will explain everything. I will explain everything. Just listen to all these words I am uttering. Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi Prajnanam Brahma Sarvangalvidam Brahma Ayam Anma Brahma Shivoham Soham. All these statements mean the same. These words are all called Mahavakya. This is the pure Brahmanyana. This is the pure Brahmanyana, Satya Loka. Tattvamasi means you are that. Aham Brahmasmi means what you experience as I in you. That is the ultimate. Prajnanam Brahma means the knowledge. Pure knowledge about Brahman is Brahman. I am Atma Brahma. What you experience as Atma is Brahman. Sarvam Galvidam Brahma. Whatever is, which you can imagine, not imagine, whatever is Sarvam Galvidam Brahma. All of you please listen. Complete attention please. Prajnanam Brahma means complete knowledge about Brahman is Brahman. Sarvam Kalvitam Brahma, everything exists. You know, you don't know, everything is Brahman. I am Anma Brahma. Your very soul, core is Brahman. This knowledge leads you to Brahmaloka, space of Parabrahma. Listen. Satya Loka and Brahmaloka is one and the same. Even if you reach Satya Loka, that's enough. From there, automatically you will merge into Parabrahman. Making this truth not as first priority, but only priority, takes you to Brahmaloka. Now, whatever I said, these few words, whatever you can capture, whatever you understood, type it. Then I will take you to the next step. Listen. Making Brahmanyana not just your first priority, making that as your only priority, makes you manifest pure intelligence. Come on. Sit with this one truth. I'll infuse the Brahmanyana in you. Sit with this one truth now. You can keep your eyes closed or open. Come on.
If you start cherishing the idea, I am eternal, means you are eternal. Aham Brahmasmi. Start cherishing the truth. Aham Brahmasmi means you are eternal. Whatever you feel as you is eternal. When you start cherishing this truth, everything else is impermanent. You will see all the psychological, physiological, neurological ups and downs in your life drastically reduces. More and more you get centered on the truth, powerful cognition, you are eternal. Aham Brahmasmi. Other than you being eternal, everything else is not you. When you cherish this one powerful cognition, internalize it, so much of powerfulness will manifest in your life. It raises your physical health, mental health. Nobody can put a value for you. You decide the number. Your utility for yourself and others increases. Wealth is nothing but your utility for yourself and others. If you are able to increase that, your wealth increases. It has nothing to do with education. Understand? Qualification is different, competence is different. Life is all about competence, not about qualification. Qualification may be an initial visiting card, good visiting card, but that doesn't make you successful. Competence makes you successful. Powerful cognitions makes you competent. Powerful cognitions makes you competent. The most sweetest word Parabrahman wants to hear is Aham Brahmasmi. You declaring I am Brahman, oh God, I am Parabrahma. Paramashiva is waiting for you to declare, hey, Paramashivoham. Understand this. Understand one thing. Evolving in cognitions is absolutely celebrated in multidimensional logic. This is one of the most important truth. Ontology of Paramashivam. In Paramashivam ontology, there is no space for jealousy, there is no anxiety, there is only one thing. If gods are anxious, they may be anxious for you to become them, you to realize oneness with them, that's all.
Such a beautiful session all of us just had now. The session on Satya Loka, you would have never seen many of these videos anywhere else before, because these are exclusive sessions just for the Paramashivoham and Paramashivoham participants. And especially the session where Swamiji explained about the Mahavakyas, like Aham Brahmasmi and Tattvamasi, all these are Mahavakyas, just which powerful cognition meditated upon can directly lead you to the ultimate.
And like Swamiji beautifully revealed, surrender, that last struggle, that last all the basic identity that we're carrying, when that drops and when we are experiencing absolute surrender, we are in Satya Loka, the space where you are in absolute bliss and joy, knowing that whatever happens in your life is not your doing. It is Paramashiva's doing for you. And when you leave everything to Paramashiva, that surrender is what opens up Satya Loka to all of us. This is such a beautiful and a very powerful session. Swamiji has revealed about how each of us experience that space of absolute surrender. That space of absolute surrender is Satya Loka. That is what we all experience. When the Satya Loka opens, when we all enter into the Satya Loka, this is the exact experience that our being receives, our being has. Now, every one of us that are sitting here, Satya Loka is the abode of Brahma, the place where Brahma exists. And Swamiji tells beautifully, right? Our brain is constructed for multidimensional access. Like when your breathing becomes intense, especially through certain activities, it opens up those dimensions, those planes, and your brain awakens the ability to have access to those dimensions of the cosmos. That absolute Brahmajnana that you experience, what Swamiji calls is absolute surrender. Start cherishing the truth that Aham Brahmasmi means you are eternal. Whatever you feel as you is eternal. When you start cherishing this truth, right, everything else is impermanent. You will see all the psychological, physiological, neurological ups and downs in your life will drastically reduce. This is one truth if we all apply, literally we can experience that powerful cognition manifesting immediately then and there itself. Are you all catching it? That absolute surrender is what is Brahman. That absolute surrender is what is reality. Catching it? Are all of you getting it? Now, can I request every one of you to type out what do you understand exactly as surrender? What is surrender according to you?
Come on, all of you take a few minutes and quickly type out. I know I see some of you who are typing the powerful cognitions that you got. Take a few minutes and type out all the understandings you had from the session. Ma Sharmi Patel, Ma Nitya Naresha, Ma Prema Tavasi, Ma Mahajanani. Ma Mahajanani, you seem to be so happy. Nice to see you smiling so beautifully. Okay, come on, all of you share what are the clicks you got from this session. Ma Priyesha, I just read your message. Gratitude to Swamiji for giving all of us such an amazing program. This whole program is directly a gift from Swamiji because the amount of effort Swamiji has put into designing the program or giving us all to give the best experience. Like you're sharing so beautifully how you feel tremendously healed and overflowing with love and joy. It's absolutely Swamiji's compassion. He's making the effort that Swamiji's put so much for giving everything in the perfect way and making it available completely free of cost until this Chaturmasya. It's just wow. Swamiji is just so amazing. Oneness is Paramashiva. Powerful cognition. Surrender, not knowing what will be the outcome of the world situation and completely be in open space and accept whatever Paramashiva wants to give to us is surrender. Okay, that's my Priyatma Swarupini. Beautiful. Oneness with Paramashiva, my Ratna Prabha. Diana below has posted powerful cognition makes you competent. See, the last struggle, like what Swami is mentioning, in our lives, so many times, now we're learning this powerful cognition, but the situation when it happens, see, Paramashiva will test your will persistence, right? If you see any of the Nayanmar stories, there's a very beautiful Leela that Paramashiva does. This is devotee of Paramashiva, very ardent devotee of Paramashiva. And his wife and his young child, all three of them were extremely devoted to Paramashiva. And this devotee had taken one commitment to himself that every day he will feed at least one devotee of Paramashiva and only then he'll eat. So every day he'll find 1, 2 or any devotees of Paramashiva, feed them, and after feeding them, then he will eat. This is how he was. So Paramashiva decides to play a Leela with him. Understand, if Paramashiva is playing the Leela with you, be very clear. He has chosen to play that Leela with you because he knows you have that will persistence, that capacity to stay resilient. That is why he even plays the Leela with you. So Paramashiva decides to play a Leela and he decides to not send any of his devotees towards that that person's house at all. And this person is waiting. Like he doesn't know. I'm just trying to remember his name. So this Nayanmar, he becomes a Nayanmar. This person is waiting. He is looking here, there. He goes everywhere, tries searching. He is not able to find a single devotee of Paramashiva. And he's like going everywhere, street by street. He's saying, it's morning is over, afternoon is over, it's almost evening. And he's like almost about to faint. He's that hungry. But he's very clear with his vow that he will only eat after feeding any devotee of Paramashiva. And Paramashiva comes in the form of a Ghori Baba. He comes down and he starts going in front of this person's house. And this guy was like literally praying to Paramashiva. And the moment he sees one Aghori Baba walking, he just runs and falls at his feet. He requests, see, I have this guy's name was Tirutondanaayana. And he had, the Tirutondar was extremely devoted to Paramashiva. Right? So he goes and falls at this Aghori Baba's feet. The Aghori is actually Paramashiva, comes in the disguise of an Aghori. If any of you feel like I'm going fast, feel free to tell me so I'll slow down or repeat if needed. Okay. And the Aghori says, there's nothing that I can get from you. Leave me, don't come in my way. And this Tirutondar requests, he says, look, I have just one vow I have taken, one commitment I have taken. Only after feeding a devotee of Paramashiva I can eat. I have been waiting since morning. I'm taking this as a message from Paramashiva himself that you have come in front of my house. I have not been able to feed anyone since morning. So I request you to come and accept one meal. Whatever food you want, I'll make it and give. Aghori asks, any food I want? He says, yes. Tirutondar says, yes. Any food you want, I myself will prepare that and give it to you. And the Aghori says, all right, I'll come, you go. And the Aghori comes into Tirutondar's house. Tirutondar, the wife, and the son, all the three, son is about 6-7 years old, small kid. All the three of them are waiting. And they're extremely grateful to Paramashiva that one Aghori has come to the house to eat the food. Since morning they were waiting. And Tirutondar introduces himself, his wife, and his son to the Aghori and asks Aghori, saying, whatever you want, I'll give you. I'll cook that and I'll give you. Aghori asks again, are you sure? What if I ask you something that you'll never be able to do? He says, it's okay. Whatever it is, I can make it and give it to you. Because I have taken this as a commitment to Paramashiva. Then Aghori says, all right. Give me, cook your son, kill your son, cook your son and give to me. This guy never expected this kind of a request. He and his wife were just shocked to hear. They were shaken from their very core. Tirutondar asks again, what exactly do you want? The Aghori repeats, kill your son, cook your son, and give the meat of your son to me. Like he asks, I want to eat the meat of your son. He is terrorized. Tirutondar is shaken. But he says, he and his wife go aside. They both discuss. They come to the conclusion, no matter what, I have taken this commitment to Paramashiva that I will feed his devotees. And definitely it is Paramashiva's Leela only to even send this Aghori to our house. And this is what he is asking. Understand, this person, Tirutondar, does not even know that the Aghori who has come is actually Paramashiva in disguise. He does not know that. He only thinks it's like a message from Paramashiva. And he has only taken this as a commitment to Paramashiva's deity. He has only committed that he will feed. He has not even committed he'll obey whatever they say. He says, the Siruthanda decides, no matter what, let us just go. This is what he's asking, and we'll cook our son's meat, give it to him, and we will also end our life. But we will not go back in our commitment. They actually go. The son comes and tells. The son tells, why are you both worried? Take this as a message from Paramashiva. I am so more than happy that for this commitment, I'm giving my life, and it is after all Paramashiva. Both of them are shocked seeing the son's powerfulness, and all three of them decide, and they do that most painful tyaga, because for Siruthundar, nothing else was asked. He was showered with wealth, but he used all that wealth to do only seva to Paramashiva's devotees. He built temples, he built different charities, everything. Whatever he had, everything he had done tyaga. The last one was his son. He was deeply attached to his son. And they cooked the meat of their son, and with eyes are pouring, their hands are shivering. They just go and give it to the Aghori Sadhu, and they just go behind and stand. And the Aghori says, why are you guys not sitting and eating with me? And they request, please, I have given to you what you had asked for. I had kept up with my word. Please, I can't bear this further. Kindly excuse us. Don't try to make us to come and eat us. Then the Aghori says, all right, get your son to come and eat with me. They're like, you just asked us, we cut our son and we have cooked him, he's in your food. What do you mean by asking him to come and sit and eat with you? They request, saying that my commitment to Paramashiva is over and I have done whatever best I can do. Please don't force me further. Like the Siruthanda request. Aghori says, no, you have committed that you will feed me, you will do whatever you have committed to me, that you will give me whatever I am asking for. I will not touch this food if your son is not coming and sitting with me. Call out your son's name. Siruthundar was already broken inside. He has done the worst thing that any parent could ever even think of. He is shivering, shaking, decided already to end his life. And this Aghori who's coming and sitting in front is demanding, saying that, no, get your son back alive. From where will he go? He again prays to Paramashiva. He says, oh Prabhu, I don't know what this whole Leela is all about, but this Aghori is asking, I have given a word to him, so I am just surrendering to you. And then he says, he just calls out his son's name. Suddenly, his young kid comes running from outside, as if he was just playing outside. He runs and comes inside. Both the parents are shocked. They cannot believe their eyes. From where is his son running and coming? They had just cooked him a few minutes ago. Then the Aghori disappears and graces as Paramashiva and gives the boon to them that forever their devotion will be worshipped, their surrender will be worshipped. And even now, so many Shiva temples, Paramashiva's temples, we have the deity of Siruthanda Nayana. Even in Kailasa, Canada, Kailasa, Toronto, we have a beautiful deity of Siruthanda Nayana. Understand that last struggle that he was facing, that last struggle to surrender, even that, Paramashiva, he created like as if everything is going to end. But then he showed, even what you think as the worst. At that time also, it is only you are thinking like that, but Paramashiva's grace is continuing to be with you, and it's his will. When you are intelligent enough to just hold on to Paramashiva, he will show you whatever you're afraid of is actually not true. It is only a delusion. Even without all of that, you continue to exist. And even what you think you have sacrificed for his sake, he gives it to you and much, much more than that.
Even if you
And
think
showers
he is
it.
taking the maximum from you, what you think as, all my everything has been taken away, he still showers you with the most ultimate, even beyond what you can imagine. He gives you back what you think you gave him with much more. The sun which came back was not just normal. He was now literally Paramashiva's own extension. Paramashiva living that enlightenment as Paramashiva. That space is what Paramashiva gives us. Even before, even beyond what you think, what you understand, what you can cognize, Paramashiva gifts this science to us.
How many of you understood the story? Understand? This is Paramashiva's Leela in all our lives. Whenever you surrender, even when he tests, understand he is not testing you, he's testing your will persistence. Now see, after thousands of years, till now, Tirthanda Nayanar, greatness, his devotion, his surrender is celebrated in so many temples. Processions are held for him. Understand that when you are that last surrender that you are doing is the one that actually helps you. That is the only thing that you need to surrender. But when anything you give up for him, understand you will get him and what you had given up also. But anything for which you try to give up on him, you will neither get that nor you'll get him. Just remember this.
This is the key. This is literally the key to experiencing, opening up the portal for you to enter that highest parallel universe, the Satya Loka, surrender. And this is surrender. Not our calculated saying, oh, okay, Paramashiva, I'm giving you this much. You have to give me this. Let me wait. If you don't, then I'll withdraw. That is not surrender. That is not at all surrender what Paramashiva explains. Now, all of us from this exact same experience, let us all enter into the power manifestation session. Today, we are going to be manifesting a very, very beautiful power. We are going to be manifesting the power of communicating with nature and bringing rain. Actually, imagine, see, every one of us are like so much in, not in touch with the reality around us today, the nature. We are constantly creating this for ourselves. If we just understand, if we just analyze this, the way you experience that connection, the way that you are, the way you manifest the reality, everything will be very different. The power that we are going to be manifesting today is a very, very important one, because with this, you will be able to manifest that experience of oneness. You are going to be able to bring rain just by your will. Ready? Shall we all start? Okay. So now I'm going to be chanting the Shastra Pramana. This is from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, 113 Sutra, 87th Dharana. Sampradayamimam devi shruno samyagvadamyaham kaivalyam jayate sadyo netrayo stabda matrayoho. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, O Devi, listen to this sacred tradition. I shall reveal it to you, vividly, completely. Just keep your eyes completely wide open. Do not see or perceive anything. By simply keeping it fixed with a steady gaze on the reality within, by this, the state of aloneness, the kaivalya, the oneness that expresses as extraordinary powers manifests immediately. Actually, our Puranas have so many references to how extraordinary way our ancestors have manifested this power. I'm just going to share one of the clipping from the life of Savitri and Satyavan to you all. You all can listen to this. It's a very, very beautiful clipping.
Power manifestation, enlightenment science of Hinduism is not just little peace and little bliss. No. It gives you tremendous peace and tremendous bliss, no doubt. But the conscious science of Hinduism is playing with the reality. One chaste woman who does not want to lose the husband for some reason because she loved him so much, she just stopped the sunrise. And it is true. It is true. Just calculate the Satyavan Savitri's time period. Go and check astrological flow. Exactly those few days there was no sunrise. How? You do research. If you ask me the answer, I am a Hindu monk, I will say the power of Savitri. You can try to find out whether there was any huge dust cloud formed between earth and sun, so the sun rays did not reach the earth. Whatever, you do all that research. But I tell you, it happened. It is a fact. It's a reality. Savitri was able to stop the sun rays falling on the planet Earth for few days. Chastity. Thiruvalluvar, the great Shaiva saint, says, Devam Thoral Korunan Thozhuzhezhuvazh Peyyana Peyyum Mazhai. Thoral means not worshipping, no need to be worshipping. It means she experiences husband as God so strongly. She is connected with the Paramashiva component of her husband, the conscious component of her husband. She does not feel the need to worship any other god separately. That kind of a strong, chaste woman, Peyyana Peyyum Mazhai. When she says shower, rain showers, nature listens. Day starts with sunrise. I don't know how many of you today observed. I got a little late for the Dvajarohanam. It is supposed to be 6:40 to 7. I told the son, don't come out till I finish the Dvajarohanam. And today, 40 minutes sunrise late. See the Biddi sunrise time today. See, there's a Google thing, there's a website where the sunrise time is supposed to be time and actual time is recorded. Today will be 40 minutes late. You want to see? It was actually only after I came out, finishing the Dvajarohanam, sun was even seen in the east. Not because of cloud. Cloud means he will be seen
higher.
Now, let us all enter into the power manifestation. Okay. So today we're going to be manifesting two powers. One is altering the weather and temperature. Second is bringing rain. Listen very carefully. We have the power to alter the nature or reality around us just by our will. If you declare saying, I want the temperature to rise, your will has the power to create that as reality. Now, all we need to do is just consciously create the will, understand, experience the sky in front of you, Mother Earth in front of you as an extension of you. If we cognize this, we will stop polluting planet Earth and we will know how to manifest tremendous friendliness. See, July is declared by NASA and UN as one of the most hottest year that planet Earth has ever experienced. And NASA even recently declared how this is a danger for Earth and we have to take it seriously. All these happenings are there. But what is the cause? Fundamentally, all of us losing that connect with Mother Earth. When we say connect, most of the people outside understand as just feeling, oh, okay, this is Mother Earth. It's not just cognition level, experience level, knowing that Bhumi Devi is alive in planet Earth and you connecting to her as her own son or daughter. That makes you experience so much of reverence towards it, and we will stop abusing planet Earth. This is what our lifestyle, Hindu lifestyle, tells from eons, much before this concept of global warming even came into existence. So please understand, every one of us that are sitting here, all of us are experiencing this most beautiful, most powerful experience of connecting with nature, experiencing reality. Just connect with, take any place now, and you all can go to accuweather.com to find out the exact temperature. Just go to accuweather.com and read the exact temperature it is in any place. Pick any one place, read the exact temperature and take a before picture. And once you connect to Swamiji, manifest and take an after picture. Okay, shall we all start? Please chant the Mahavakya.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
Now please relax
Paramashivoham.
in the same space. Let us all enter into the next session where we learn about how Ganga descended to planet Earth.
Today we will see the story of Ganga. How Ganga happened on the planet Earth. Ganga is considered as a river which is there in the higher lokas. It was there with the Kamandalu of Brahma. Means this is the energy, this is the water energy of existence. Brahma means a creator, the energy which creates the whole existence. You see Brahma, you can see four things within. One is the Kamandalu, means the water energy. Another one is palm leaves, Veda, knowledge, wisdom. Then Akshamala means Japamala. Akshamala represents the vibrations, sounds. Through all these things, and then the swan will be there. Hamsavagana. The swan, Hamsa represents continuous meditation. Hamsa means continuously meditating. If you see the sound of your inhaling and exhaling, it will be hum, sum. It will go as a hum and come out as a sum. When they say hum, sum, they mean continuous awareness. Creator has to be with continuous awareness. Only with awareness you can create. Creativity and awareness is directly connected. That is why Brahma is described with Akshamala, means vibrations. Pustaka means the knowledge, Vedas. And the Kamandalu, water energy. And Hamsam, awareness. Man who has reached the ultimate awareness, the Parama awareness, is Paramahamsa. Hamsam means awareness. Man who has reached the ultimate awareness is Paramahamsa. Ganga is the water energy of Brahma. She was there in his Kamandalu. I will describe the scene how the Ganga happened on the planet Earth. First I will tell the story, then we will see the deeper meaning of that metaphysical story. There was a king called Bhagirath. For some reason, his forefathers have been cursed by some rishi and they all died. They have been burnt, reduced to ashes. All their ghosts are living there, struggling, suffering. They are not liberated. So they beg Bhagirath to help him some way. Bhagirath decides, I have to do something and liberate. He starts meditating, doing penance, doing tapasya towards Brahma. Brahma appears and gives darshan. And he says, yes, I can send the Ganga to the planet Earth, no problem. But be very clear, can planet Earth hold the Ganga's speed? Can planet Earth sustain the force of Ganga? First, do something for that. Arrange for it. Then I will send the Ganga. Then again he starts doing penance, doing tapasya. After the tapasya, Shiva appears. Shiva asks, what do you want? Then Bhagirath says, now Brahma accepts to send the Ganga to planet Earth, but he says the whole planet Earth will be washed away. Planet Earth cannot withstand the speed of Ganga. Please do something, you have to protect us, you have to take care of us. Shiva says, all right, I will take care, don't worry. Tell Brahma to send Ganga, I will take care. He gives the assurance. Then again he meditates towards the Brahma. Now Brahma appears and says, I am ready to send, but Devatas are not ready to depart with Ganga. Devatas wants Ganga to be there. Bhagirath asks, what for Devatas wants Ganga to be there? No, they have to take bath in Ganga every day. It is their life source. Ganga is not simple water, it is an energy. By bathing in that only, every day they rejuvenate their body and mind. And anybody takes bath in Ganga every day, naturally their body and mind will be rejuvenated. That is why in this hilly area, no medical facilities, practically nothing. But see how many millions of people are living happily. Happily, they are living. Ganga is the mother who is protecting everybody. So the Brahma says they have to take bath every day. Then Bhagirath says, all right, I will arrange all the facilities for Devatas to stay in the planet Earth. Just on the banks of Ganga, I will create cities where all gods and goddesses can live and have bath every day and have their regular routine as they have in the other loka, as they have in the Brahma Loka. Brahma says, if that is the case, then I agree. Go ahead and do it. Then he comes and does tapasya towards Himachala, the Hima hills, Hema Parvata. the Himaraj, who is the father-in-law of Shiva, he does tapasya towards the Himaraja. Himaraja appears and asks, what do you want? I want you to be the host for Mother Ganga. I want you to be the host for Mother Ganga. And you are the person in whom I can create a city for all the Devatas. And only from you, the Ganga can flow. You are the only person who can be base for Ganga. Then she goes and tells Himaraja, host her. Himaraja accepts that Himaraja will host her. Then Bhagirata starts building the whole city throughout the route in which Ganga is supposed to travel. He meditates on every hill and takes permission. He prays to every hill. Every hill says, yes, I will give the way for Ganga. So all the whole route is cleared. Then he goes and prays to Kalabhairava, who is the in charge of city Varanasi. Kalabhairava is the in charge of Varanasi city. He meditates towards Kalabhairava. Kalabhairava appears and says, what do you want? I wanted, please give us the way for Ganga. You should receive Ganga and give us the way. Kalabhairava says, surely I will give, don't worry. But this is such a holy city. Tell Ganga to do a protection of the city and go. Suddenly, Brahma comes up with the next problem. You meditated and propitiated all the Devatas except Vishnu. Now, you have to do something to Vishnu. Only then I can send Ganga. Then he started meditating towards Vishnu. He prayed to Vishnu. With tapasya, Vishnu appeared. What do you want? I wanted the Ganga to come down to the planet Earth. Unless you agree, unless you do blessings, it will not be possible. Please bless me. Vishnu says, all right. I bless you. Ganga will come to the planet Earth. She will come just out of my feet. And he blesses. The Ganga will come out of his feet. Then he says a beautiful one more word. Whomsoever has realized the Vishnumaya means the universal consciousness. Whatever water comes out of their feet will be Ganga. Whomsoever has realized Vishnumayam Jagat, whomsoever has realized me, from their feet, whatever water comes out will be Ganga. From this word only the tradition of Pada Puja starts. Pada Puja of enlightened masters starts from this tradition. Vishnu says, whomsoever has realized the Vishnumayam Jagat, Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat, from their feet Ganga will flow. From their feet, Ganga will flow. Then, now he again meditates towards Brahma. Brahma appears with all his glory and compassion, blesses the Bhagavata. Then he prays to Ganga. Then he does tapasya towards Ganga, meditates and invites the Ganga Mother, Ganga with all compassion, not only compassion, the wild energy. She just comes out of the Brahma's Kamandalu with all the power. She straight away started moving towards the planet Earth. The moment she came out of the Kamandalu and started moving towards the planet Earth, all the 14 worlds are shaken. All the Devatas, all the Rishis, all the Munis simply escaped from their planet Earth and ran away because they got frightened. The Pralaya is going to happen. Means the end of the world has come. Such a power, they simply ran away from their world. They escaped. Now appears Shiva Shiva beautifully appears and puts his head in between the Ganga. She straightaway lands into Shiva's head, into the matted lock. Next thing, she gets locked in the hair itself. She is black. Here, Bhagavan is sitting, waiting for Ganga for one kalpa. What is happening? They are receiving the call, she has started already, but she has not landed. Otherwise, she has started, but she has not landed here. What happened? What happened in the way? Again, he meditates towards Shiva. Shiva appears and says, yes, she is there in my head. Now what do you want me to do? Told the whole thing. Then Shiva says, oh, is it so? Alright, then just he moves one hair. Just he does. Only one hair moves. And from the one hair gap, just that comes out. And lands on the and comes is the river which is flowing. The story says the ocean is son of Ganga. Varunaraj is son of Ganga because of Ganga flowing continuously. All the oceans are created. It is from Ganga.
Ganga is a river of knowledge, a river of enlightenment. There are some slokas which says just by drinking the Ganga water you can get enlightened. With all my integrity and authenticity, I can vouch with my integrity and authenticity. Just by living around Ganga water every day, even remembering the Gangas, one can become enlightened. Because it's such a powerful process. Ganga heals all the incompletions we carry. See, the lust is an incompletion, anger is an incompletion, violence is incompletion. All the incompletions we carry, Ganga can purify. Ganga can really purify. I used to sit in the banks of Ganga, just seeing. I have realized the oneness with Ganga. How the things float on the waters of Ganga does not pollute Ganga. Same way I have seen the thoughts and incompletions floating in my inner space does not make my inner space polluted. It does not touch my inner space. When you understand your incompletions are not powerful enough to make your inner space incomplete, you become eternally complete. I can say that experience I received from Ganga, on the banks of Ganga. It heals and brings love. I tell you, Ganga can complete any lower occurrence you have. I can give this as an authentic spiritual practice. Actually, just for this, I wanted to create a ashram in the banks of Ganga, anybody in the planet Earth has some incompletions that they are not able to complete, strong incompletions, just come and spend time in the banks of Ganga, drinking Ganga water, eating the food cooked in Ganga water. Whenever you find time, morning and evening, sit in the lap of Ganga, sleep in the breeze of Ganga. I tell you, with all my integrity and authenticity, Ganga will complete you. Because even the people who are dead, their incompletions, curses given to them, their incompletions, she has completed. And you are alive. She can enter into your muscle memory, bioenergy and complete you. Do pranayama in the banks of Ganga. That Ganga prana will go inside. Eat the food cooked in the Ganga water. Drink Ganga water. Live in the banks of Ganga. Sit in the banks of Ganga and meditate. Sleep in the banks of Ganga. In her breeze. Enjoy the weather in the banks of Ganga. I tell you, she can complete you. That is why many sadhus who live here, even if they don't do any spiritual practice, they will be liberated. They will become a Jivan Muktas. Just because of Ganga's power to complete. She is here to complete. The tradition says sadhana done in the Ganga's bank brings thousands of times more result. It's true. Ganga Mata is such powerful energy, such beautiful energy, such great energy. The largest worshipped deity is Ganga. She is the Kalpataru for planet Earth. Whatever whoever wants, she goes on showering. She is like a mother. Physically also she gives what do you want, and spiritually also she showers what do you want. She is the Kalpataru. Come on, meditate on Mother Ganga. Let Mother Ganga be a Kalpataru.
Now you understand the whole story of Ganga from the dimension of a spiritual enlightenment. Actually, the whole story is metaphysical expression of Bhagirava's enlightenment. The whole story is the metaphysical expression of Bhagirava's enlightenment. First thing, Bhagirava is tortured by the past samskaras, engrams. That is the elders who are not liberated, who are still there hanging around him. He is continuously tortured by the past samskaras, engrams. So he does tapasya towards the creator of the whole universe. Continuously meditates. He wants the knowledge, the energy to be flooded on him so that all the engrams will be washed away. All the engrams will be destroyed. And one more important thing, Ganga came, she washed all the ashes of Bhagirava's forefathers and liberated all of them and gave ultimate enlightenment to Bhagirava, and she is here, liberating people. So he is meditating towards the creator, the divine energy, so that the energy can be flooded on him. The Shakti can happen to him all the engrams will be washed away. He will be liberated, enlightened. The first darshan of creator is what I call first experience, Satori. Understand, why do you think Brahma is described with a forehead? Don't think four heads are there. He can see complete 360 degree. The first experience is what is described as Brahma. The man who gets the experience of seeing complete 360 degree is what we call Brahman. He has achieved Brahma. He has achieved the Brahman consciousness. Whosoever gets the experience of seeing this side 360 degree and this side 360 degree achieves the Brahman consciousness. Bhagavad achieves Satori, first experience, glimpse. Then the Brahma says, enlightenment can happen to you, but be very clear, will your body stand? Prepare your body and mind. Will it be able to stand, sustain? Prepare it. Then it will happen forever. Prepare yourself. Create the maturity so that the energy can be with you forever. Then Bhagirada starts his tapas. Bhagirada starts his tapas. All the energy centers is awakening and preparing all the energy centers to receive the energy and to sustain it, to radiate it. If you don't prepare the planet Earth and call the Ganga, it will not be blessing, it will be a curse. It will destroy the planet Earth and the other worlds. So unless you prepare your whole body mind, enlightenment cannot happen. You need complete preparation. Satori can happen. You need complete preparation. Now you meditate towards the Guru who will guide, who will hold the energy and give you how much you wanted. He is the Shiva. He meditates on the Guru, Shiva, and asks, Master, when I have the experience, see my maturity and take care of me. Go, let me go with maturity and energy. Just take care. How much I mature, that much supply the energy. Please let you be the safety valve. Let you be the dam. Then appears Guru. Says, I'll take care. Don't worry. Then, once everything is ready, he has to prepare the base for the energy to land is Anandaganda Chakra. Anandaganda is the base on which directly the Ganga can land. Ganga can descend. So he creates all the 7 cities, 7 chakras. He clears the roots, opens all the chakras, makes himself mature. So that when energy descends on him, when enlightenment happens on him, it can stay on him and help the whole world. It will be a blessing for him and to the whole world. He continues to do tapasya. He propitiates all the devatas, means the devatas who are residing in every chakra. Then comes Kalabhairava, in charge of Varanasi Swadhisthana chakra. And he asks, please give me the way for Ganga. Kalabhairava says, surely I will give, but tell her she should go round. She should be around me. She should be in me. That is why Swadhisthana, energy is installed in Swadhisthana. Energy is installed in Swadhisthana. It is Swadhisthana where the self is established. Himalayas is Anandaganda. Varanasi is Swadhisthana, where the energy is installed, where the whole energy takes a turn, where whole energy takes a turn. He propitiates all the devatas, prepares the whole thing, then intensely starts meditating, calls the Ganga. So Brahma blesses, Vishnu blesses. Ganga has come out of the Kamandalu. Straight away she is landing, but still enlightenment has not happened. Ganga has lived there, but she has not landed here. Whatever can be done, all the tapas is done. Everything is done. Whatever meditations can be done, whatever tapas can be done, whatever struggle can be done, everything is done. Enough. The Ganga is not happening. He just relaxes, dropping all the efforts. Enough now, nothing can be done. What to do? Nothing can be done. So when he relaxes, surrenders at the feet of Guru, the Lord Shiva, out of his grace and compassion, he moves one hair. Then lands Ganga in Ananda Ganga Chakra to flood the whole world with the spiritual energy and runs to all over the world, not only to Ganga Sagar, till LA. Moves all over the world, and blessing the whole world during the Yuga Suva and Parasuva. Not only washing the environs of Bhagavata, blessing the whole planet Earth, whole universe, by radiating the brain energy, by radiating the spiritual energy, by radiating Ananda Shakti. Ananda Shakti, the Ananda Shakti, which has liberated Bhagavata, which has liberated the whole humanity, which is liberating millions of seekers. The Guru's grace, Ananda Shakti, let it liberate all of you, let it flow in all of you, let it be in all of you, let it purify all of you, let it radiate in all your beings, let you all become channels of Ananda Ganga, let you all become Ananda Shakti.
Ganga, the embodiment of enlightenment. Devi Ganga, the ultimate representation of enlightenment. I think Swamiji narrated this story so beautifully that anyone will just fall in love with Ganga. The way Swamiji explains Ganga, right? That's the beauty. In Hinduism, deities are not just like, okay, some characters of mythology. No, we know they are living, alive, and they are as alive as amongst us as any of our friends are. Ganga is that ultimate cosmic representation, that embodiment of completion. She is the embodiment of enlightenment, the embodiment of um, giving us the experience of that ultimate Satya, the Parama Satya. Ganga comes down for liberation. Ganga Mata. In Hinduism, she is revered and worshipped as Devi, Mother Ganga. And she gives all of us that experience of enlightenment, that ultimate cosmic oneness. That enlightenment she bestows all of us with. That is Ganga. And today, all of us are going to be having the darshan. See, actually, Swamiji narrated here, right? How Devi Ganga descends, and there are like multiple times Bhagirath meditates, and 2 times Paramashiva comes, correct? Those 2 times, when Paramashiva happens in Maharloka, when Paramashiva holds Ganga in his chatas in Kailasa, that is one. When he releases it in Bhuloka, that is Ganga Visarjana. When he holds Ganga on his jatas, it is Ganga Dharamurti. This is the story, like the significance name-wise of the deities. So if we understand, if we know that the whole experience and the whole science of enlightenment that has been revealed. For each and every one of us, this ultimate science of enlightenment is represented by Ganga, Devi Ganga. Catching it? Now, all of us will understand what Ganga is. How can we apply her principle in life? One of the most beautiful lines Swamiji says, Ganga is a river of knowledge, river of enlightenment. Just by drinking the Ganga water, one can experience enlightenment. Just by you having the Ganga water, Ganga Jal, you can experience enlightenment. Just by you consuming the sacred prasada. Swamiji used to sit in the banks of Ganga, and Swamiji used to just see Ganga, that space of Upanishad. And Swamiji beautifully explains, when Swamiji used to see, right, the objects floating on Ganga, like how all the things floating on Ganga do not pollute Ganga, same way the thoughts, the incompletions, the patterns floating inside of you does not pollute you. Your incompletions are not powerful enough to make your inner space incomplete. If you just meditate on Ganga, Devi Ganga, letting Mother Ganga be Kalpataru, every one of you just sit straight, close your eyes and meditate on Devi Ganga. Just do it for a few minutes. Just connect and meditate on Devi Ganga. Please sit straight. Visualize Ganga, that vast expanse, and create a deep prayerful mode, just a space of gratitude. Visualize Devi Ganga. Sit straight. I request all the participants to sit straight. Visualize Devi Ganga. We will now be playing some oneness capsules where Swamiji himself is sitting in the banks of River Ganga. I request every one of you to just connect. Visualize Devi Ganga. Ganga Mata, she will just flow through and gush into all of our lives, infusing completion. Just connect to Devi Ganga, sit straight, meditate, visualize the river of enlightenment.
हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे,
गंगा अयम।
हे नटराजा हे नित्यानंदा, हर 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 गंगे। हे नटराजा हे नित्यानंदा, हर 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 गंगे। हे नटराजा हे नित्यानंदा, हर 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 गंगे। हे नटराजा हे नित्यानंदा, हर 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 गंगे। हर हर गंगे, 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 हर हर गंगे। हे नटराजा हे नित्यानंदा, हर 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 गंगे। हे नटराजा हे नित्यानंदा, हर 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 गंगे। हे नटराजा हे नित्यानंदा, हर 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 गंगे। हे नटराजा हे नित्यानंदा, हर 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 गंगे। हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे। नित्यपुरीश्वरा जय गंगाधरा, नित्यपुरीश्वरा जय गंगाधरा, नित्यपुरीश्वरा जय गंगाधरा, नित्यपुरीश्वरा जय गंगाधरा। हर 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 गंगे, हर 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 गंगे, हर 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 गंगे, हर 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 गंगे। शंकरा शिव शंकरा, शिव शंकर शंकर नित्या। 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 हर हर गंगे, 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 हर हर गंगे। हे नटराजा हे नित्यानंदा, हर हर।
Please relax. Slowly, very slowly. Please open your eyes. Ganga Mata, the embodiment of completion. Actually, Swamiji tells beautifully, Ganga is the largest worshipped deity. Starting from Gangotri till Ganga Sagar, fully she is worshipped by 2 crore people every day. Ganga is that most compassionate, most loving, and most available form of Mother Nature, actually. And now, connect to Ganga, right? When you experience completion internally inside of you, bringing completion externally in all situations is very easily possible. See, Mother Ganga represents the Prakriti, ultimate form in front of us, right? If something is just a matter, if something is just an object which is not relevant in your life, you will not be able to connect with it. That is why we all worship Ganga as Mother, Devi. The moment you declare and connect her as that, she's immediately gushing to be available to us. And every one of us can just sit now, Vamadevananda, just sit from this space. Every one of you sit and connect to Ganga. You will see how all your commands, the nature will listen, the nature will obey. Whether you want to increase the size of water in something, whether you want to increase the temperature, everything will simply fall into place. All of you sitting here now, Ma Liangshu, Ma Pinyushan, Ma Donna, every one of you, connect to Devi Ganga, declare any change you want in the weather temperature. Immediately you will see how she will rush to make it happen for you. Shall you all start? Please sit straight. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. So first step, what you're going to do is, you're going to go to accuweather.com. The link to the website is shown for all of you here. Go to accuweather.com, and once you go to accuweather.com, you can take any one place. Let's say, for example, if Ma Liangshu, if you are scanning Beijing, okay? So scan, now you can type out Beijing in accuweather.com and you can see the current temperature in Beijing, and you will be able to alter the temperature at least by 3 degrees. Minimum by 3 degrees you will be able to alter. Okay, shall we all start? Okay, please chant the Mahavakya. Come on, every one of you, please connect to a partner. Can I please request you all to post in chat if you have connected to a partner?
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Mahamahāvāgya, spiritual lullaby for samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva. This Mahamahāvāgya is spiritual lullaby for you to fall into samadhi. Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva, to wake up in you. Just remember this one powerful cognition. This Mahamahavagyā puts me in Samadhi. This is spiritual lullaby for Samadhi and Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva in me. For Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahamahavagyā. Mahamahavagyā, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up this Mahamahavagyā. Oh, Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Now, in this same space, let us all enter into the next session, where we are going to be understanding about one of the key, most important aspects of our life that is needed for decision making. Let us learn about will persistence.
Whether the inner world success or the outer world success, whether Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, or the outer world success, power, money, whatever you want, happens with one master key: will persistence. Listen, not willpower. Willpower means you try to make a will few times. My health should be like this, my life should be like this, my business should be like this. You make few will with the clear idea it is not going to be successful, and when that fails you think, oh, it is not for me, this is not for me, and you collapse. That is what I call willpower. Actually it is will arrogance. But will persistence means the number of times again and again and again your ability to create the will intensely is will persistence. Your will is made out of the material called persistence. Please understand, water in the Ganga breaks the Himalayas not because of power but because of persistence. Not because of power but because of persistence. Whether it is the inner world, enlightenment, or outer world success like money, name and fame, power, health, relationships, whatever you want, inner world or outer world, the master key is will persistence, not willpower. Willpower will always make you feel you are a failure. Will persistence manifests the real willpower and it will make you always successful. Understand? Ganga, the water of the Ganga, neither by its power nor by the objects she carries, she opens the Himalayas. It is just by her persistence she opens Himalayas. Just by her persistence she opens Himalayas. Understand? Will persistence, not willpower. Whenever you use willpower, it has to happen. It has to happen immediately. Always you have the shade. No, if it's not, what will I? It means already you planned for failure. And when it collapses, you are confirming this willpower and all is not going to work for you. You don't have, either you don't have willpower, or you feel that will not work for you, or you will feel that is only for others, or you will feel this much only is me, it may be for others. Only when you know the science, why it works, when it works, and when it does not work, that is the only when you know when it works, when it does not work, why it works, why it does not work, you start living enlightenment. Listen carefully. Will persistence means manifesting enlightenment and powers. If you decide to persist, that moment power starts manifesting. You don't even need to spend your whole life on persistence. Persistence is your decision without self-doubt. Persistence is your decision to persist. Persistence is your decision to persist and being sure about it. Willpower, when you use just will, you are not sure about you. What will happen if it goes this way or that way? With will persistence, you are sure anyhow how you are going to be. Look at every step in your life. All your patterns of withdrawing from life, all your decisions to withdraw from the life comes from your will arrogant decisions. All the life involvement decisions comes from will persistence. I tell you, whether inner world or outer world, life is all about how much you are intensely getting involved. That's all. The intensity with which you get involved with the life. Intensity with which you get involved with the life. The more and more interaction, more and more involvement, more and more ice breaking. Will persistence is all about life. Life is all about will persistence. Will arrogance is failure. Will arrogance means I'll try to create a will. If it is successful, then I'll believe this philosophy. If it fails, if it does not click, then I think this philosophy is not for me, this does not work for me, or I think this does not work for anybody. All this is what I call will arrogance. Let me check out how it looks, how it feels. The one and only way you will build will persistence is through Sangha. Sangha teaches you the science of will persistence. I tell you, stupid are those who say, oh, what is there in building temple outside? God is everywhere. And why do you put all your time, energy, money in all this? I tell you, when you build a temple outside, all the things required for it, creating a Sangha, creating, inspiring people, enriching, causing, everything, teaches you the science of will persistence, and you become enlightened. By the time Sadashiva sits on the temple you built outside, he already is sitting on the temple which you built inside. I tell you, anybody wants enlightenment, build a temple, you will have it. Because building temple is not a joke. You need to work with so many people. So much of involvement with life is required. And I also commit with you guys. Get involved with life. Get involved with Sangha in a very organized, systematic way. I am responsible for your enlightenment and manifesting powers. When I say, I'll do it. When I say, I'll do it. Will persistence does not take time as you think before practicing will persistence. You always think, oh God, will persistence means I have to persist whole life. Actually, your whole life is nothing but the moment you have in your hand. Persist in that few moments you have in your hand. That's all is required. The moment you think of the whole life, it's will arrogance, not will persistence. The moment you decide will persistence, simply you start manifesting Sadashiva. When I say the word will persistence, I do not mean to sit for years and years and years. No. It is a simple decision of more persisting. Listen carefully. Listen. This is the essence of the whole session. This is the will persistence means decision not to give up on you. Decision not to give up on your intention to be. Listen. There are only two parts in your inner space. One, will persistence. Another one, giving up. Either you give life to the thought current of giving up or to the will persistence. Your decision to give life only to will persistence and not to give life to giving up thought current is all I call will persistence. Listen. Actually, it's too easy. The truth is, it's too easy. Because you are giving life to giving up thought current, then persistence. Giving up thought current, then persistence. That is when it becomes complicated. It is like you create a terrorist group for some purpose, and then you send your army to kill them. You create a terrorist group, and then you send your army to kill them. Then world will never have peace. In your inner space, you do the same political game. For right or wrong reasons. For good or bad. You support giving up pattern. You cherish sometime without even you knowing. Only when you are about to fail, collapse, you wake up, oh, not this, not this. Having an alarm in your life to remind you and hold you without letting you fall is equivalent to having a guru. Guru is all about that only. An alarm which rings every day between 8 to 9. Reminding you constantly not to fall. An empower, will persistence, that current. You never manifest what you desire, you manifest only what you believe. If you think what you desire you are going to manifest, no, you are fool. You don't know the secret of manifestation. What you believe you are going to manifest. If you believe your willpower is never going to manifest, it is never going to manifest. Your belief, your cognition, your perception, that is only going to become reality. Understand, an important thorn in the flesh need to be removed. The pain point need to be removed from your inner spaces. Will, arrogance, failures. All your failures, whether you prayed and did not get. You see, prayer is nothing but making a will. You prayed to God something and did not get it. Or you sincerely tried and did not achieve it. Or you created a space and it did not become reality. All this and all the pains accumulated around this is all about will arrogance. Listen, it is all about will arrogance. All your failures, whether you failed in your own sadhana, spiritual practice, or you failed in your prayers, you failed in your efforts, you failed in situations, relationships, life, everything is will arrogance. If you understand, by its nature, will arrogance cannot become reality. By its nature, will arrogance cannot become reality. Only will persistence can become reality. So much of healing will happen inside you. Today I wanted all of you to do this as an assignment. All the situations you feel you have failed, frustrated, hopeless, list from the time you remember you. From the time you remember you, list and find out how your will arrogance failed you in that situation. How your will arrogance was the main reason why you failed. This understanding and then completing with this pattern of struggling with will arrogance and deciding to have will persistence. Your will arrogance is the source of all the pains. If you can internalize this one truth today, tons of past sufferings will be healed in you. I wanted all of you to do this as an assignment today. From the time you remember, you write down all the failures, frustrations, hopelessness, situations when you collapsed, when you gave up, when you felt you have not achieved what you want, you felt loss, whether it is personal, health, professional, career, life, prayers, spiritual, anywhere. Pen down all the failures and analyze each one. How the will arrogance collapses you, fails you. Will arrogance means trying half-heartedly, failing, and then blaming yourself. You can never achieve it. Trying half-heartedly, failing, and blaming yourself, you can never achieve it. Vicious circle is will arrogance. Virtuous circle is will persistence. Will persistence means deciding whatever happens, I am not going to give up till my intention to become reality. Nothing can stop me. If my intention to be is Shivoham, till that happens, I am not going to give up. I am going to be persisting. The will persistence. Whatever may be your intention to be, the moment you decide, will persistence, you will see so much of healing, 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 powerfulness, powerfulness, powerfulness. Your own voice sitting inside you and constantly teasing you, pulling you down, disrespecting you, abusing you, will just melt down. You don't have any other enemy other than your own will arrogance voice from inside. Today do this assignment. This ironing out will heal you so much. You will be ready to manifest all the experiences and powers of Sadashiva. Align here. Start this assignment today. Start this assignment today. To complete with all the pains, ideas, neurological, psychological, physiological, physical, hormonal ups and downs you generated in you, which goes on trying to make you believe falsely that you are not your intention to be. Complete all of that. After finishing the assignment, you will simply understand it is just dash dash dumped on you by your will arrogant lifestyle. Actually, I want you to do the assignment here. Sit here, and after this session, do the assignment. I'll help you complete here. bringing pure questioning back to your life, bringing seeking back to your life is what I call completion. Understand? It happens only by will persistence, not by willpower. Sometimes people come and tell me, oh, 10 years I had persistence. No, you had willpower. Persistence never brings you tiredness and boredom. You never had persistence. It was always will, arrogance fighting and failing. Will, arrogance fighting and failing. That is why you are feeling tired and bored. That is not persistence. That is will, arrogance. You need to have right idea about your past. Only then you will make right decision about your future. Many times, the tug of war which you continue to have with your will arrogance, you call it as will persistence. No. Will persistence is different. Will arrogance is different. In will arrogance, every time you only fall into powerlessness and repeat the same stupid cycle. In will persistence, every time you are one step ahead. You are one step ahead. You are one step ahead. So you will never be bored. You will never be tired. Tiredness and boredom is the quality of will arrogance, not the quality of will persistence. Will persistence never brings powerlessness about you or about others. Will arrogance always brings tiredness, anger towards you and others. Will arrogance is different. Will persistence is different. Will persistence becomes will power, not will arrogance. Will arrogance becomes only will failure. Will persistence becomes will power. Will arrogance becomes only will failure. Will persistence suddenly makes you young and you start from the beginning. Come on, start 1, 2, 3. Will arrogance makes you feel tired about even the things which you never practiced, but just you imagine you tried. I tried. It means you just need kadka pudi. I tried. It is not coming. Will arrogance is different. Will persistence is different. Persist. 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 Naham manye suveteti. Nona veteti vetacha. Yonastat veda tatveda nona vedeti vedacha. You may know something, you may not know something. Knowing what you know and knowing what you don't know is itself knowledge. Will persistence, will persistence, will persistence. Nothing else need to be done in the world. Just the will persistence will awaken you to you, will raise you to you, will make you realize you to you. Naham manye suvedeti, nona vedeti vedacha, yonastat vedatat veda, nona vedeti vedacha. More and more things you embody, more and more you will know. More and more will persistence happens. More and more will arrogance gets completed. That's all is the essence of life. That's all is the essence of life. At certain level, attacked by tiredness, self-inflicted boredom makes you feel you know it. That's all can be known. You give up on you. And you feel everything is okay. I have seen this during the manifestation of powers. People actually fight with the so-called willpower. It is not willpower, will arrogance. If I make it now, it has to happen now. If it is not happening, then it is not for me. Leave it. Willpower. What do you think as willpower? Is nothing but will arrogance. Real willpower comes by will persistence. When you are bit by the snake called will arrogance, and that poison spreads inside you as tiredness and self-inflicted boredom. I've always seen this. When people first start seeing me, they're all excited, go gaga about all over. If they don't convert that excitement into responsibility and assimilate it as part of them, then slowly, that's the difference between fan and devotee. Fan just fans away all the excitement. Devotee makes the excitement into responsibility. Whoever has converted their excitement and devotion into responsibility, they will never be bitten by tiredness and self-inflicted boredom. Understand? I am using two words. Tiredness can sometime can come even externally, but boredom only from internally it can come. That is why I am using the word self-inflicted boredom. When these two attacks you, you come to a decision, that's all for me, leave me. When you say, that's all for me, leave me, your life has ended. Your life has ended. Even I don't tell that. Even still I sit and work. How can the system be more and more stronger, so it can radiate more and more? It can manifest more and more. It can support more and more. It can share more and more.